everybody, Ron Garrett's DAMD Media. I'm here with Chris Hertig in the Embracing Andromeda bunker.
Hello there, how are you?
Hey man, how's it going?
You're pretty good, man. Good to see you today. Thanks for coming by, dude.
Yeah. In case you guys haven't heard, Chris is one of the founding members of Embracing Andromeda.
Yes, sir.
Where can they find some of that music?
Some of the material we've got, sure. We have a Facebook page. We're really active on there. We do live streams, posts all day long. But most recently, we've published some of our music to Spotify, and you can find us on YouTube as well. Some of our the music that we found on the music that we have on Spotify is going to be going to all digital platforms soon. It's just a matter of time. It's still just being processed and stuff like that. But we're going to be on iTunes, Amazon, iHeartRadio, Pandora, all the big names out there. So catch us out there. Keep an eye out for that.
Very cool. Very cool. So, other than getting your material on all these digital platforms, what have you been up to lately?
Sure. Well, at the moment, the band is kind of in its creative, coming out of its shell stage. Like I said, we've got a demo that just came out on Spotify. It's called The Letter. You can check it out there. Other than that, we've been other than that, we have been seeking for additional talent. We've been looking for additional members, so if you're a drummer or a bass player, that's actually what we're looking for right now.
Interesting. So you heard it here first. Drummers and bassists, holla.
Yes, sir. Send us a message. Let us know.
Well, to give those prospective members a little more information, give us some background on the band itself.
Sure thing.
Just a little information that they can take to heart and.
Absolutely. Well, like you said, my name's Chris Hertig. I grew up a family of 3 brothers. Just a real quick background on me. I lived in the military for 7 years. I served active duty Air Force. After that, while I was in, my music really started before that, though. Back in about 2008 is when I first started recording music myself, original material. I basically bought some equipment and started trial and error, just trying to learn what sounds good, and the stuff that I made back then definitely doesn't sound as good as the stuff that I make nowadays, so if you know what I mean. But basically it started back then, and my music comes from my heart, man. 100% of life experiences or feelings that I've heard from, feelings that I felt for family members, and even of course past relationships and stuff like that. I don't get too heartbreaky, but it comes from me. It's 100% raw. It's 100% from my heart. So
metal with a little country.
Sure thing, man. Yeah, why not? Some people call it emo. Some people call it whatever. But I mean, it's pure emotion. Some of it, man, and some of it is theoretical experiences. The name of the band actually. Is a theoretical term, basically embracing Andromeda. Andromeda Galaxy is on a crash course with the Milky Way galaxy, and one day, millions of years from now, before we're here, long after we're gone, one day the two will collide. And what a beautiful sight it's going to step outside and see all those stars and galaxies and planets and stuff, But it would be very bad for Earth, because we could get slingshot out into the middle of nowhere in space, and we would have no other choice but to embrace our future. I mean, that's what the whole band name comes from. So.
Well, that was one of my questions. So there's your science lesson.
Absolutely.
And a little background about the name.
Sure thing.
So who were some of your major influences?
Well, like I said, I mean, my music comes 100% from my heart, but, growing up as a teenager, man, Corey Taylor, I idolized that guy from Slipknot. I mean, his vocals and his emotion that he puts in his music is just 100% unreal, man, and, but, I mean, after, growing up, man, I listened to Metallica, Nirvana, but from there, the music influences just get heavier and heavier, man. I mean, I listen to As I Lay Dying, All That Remains, Still That Remains, In Heart's Wake, and every single one of them, in some way, shape, or form, have had some sort of either emotional touch on me, or I just like the way it sounded, and I like that kind of music, and I like the presentation that they present about themselves, but most recently would be a gentleman named Rory Rodriguez from a band called Dayseeker. His vocals have 100% influenced the way my vocal style is today. Very different from even the stuff that you can hear right now on Spotify and things like that from Embracing Andromeda.
Interesting. So do you have a 5-year plan or immediate goals in the near future?
Oh, absolutely. We don't. Embracing Andromeda doesn't necessarily have a 5-year plan per se. We don't have any step-by-step processes, but definitely where I'd like to see it in 5 years would be, Embracing Andromeda touring, live shows in support of maybe our second or third studio signed contract, album somewhere with a record label. So. Keep an eye out for Embracing Andromeda. We're doing good things here.
Yeah, that's an ambitious goal.
And it's my life dream, man. And honestly, if I never make it there, then I will die happy because I'm chasing my dream, man.
So what got you into playing music?
Oh, that's an easy one, man. It would actually be my oldest brother, Richard, man. I looked up to him a lot growing up, and one day I came home from school, and he was jamming to Metallica Motor Breath. And he was jamming his air guitar. He used to have a tennis racket that he jammed with before he... Yeah, heck yeah, man. He used to have a tennis racket that he would jam with before he actually learned how to play guitar. But he started playing long before I did, and I kind of always looked up to him as in a musician sense. And that's really what got me into it. I knew from that moment, that day, that it was going to change my life and that music would always be a part of my life.
Okay. Now, I know every musician has their own favorite style or something that speaks to them directly on a more personal level.
Oh, absolutely.
Do you get that connection being plugged in or unplugged on acoustic?
Honestly, man, I feel like there are emotional ties, for me at least, on both ends of the spectrum. I really appreciate something that really sounds heavy but still melodic in its own sense with a lot of distortion and some drums and things like that and some really dirty, heavy vocals. But then also, I really appreciate the raw sound of acoustic stuff. And Embracing Andromeda is very active in acoustic as well. We reimagine our songs that we've already made that into an acoustic sense. And to some people it speaks more too. So I can appreciate that also.
That's actually really interesting. Because for me, acoustic music tends to lighten my mood and make me more emotionally open.
Oh, absolutely.
Especially during a conversation.
Oh, absolutely. It definitely
that.
has a subtler feel to it.
And metal brings out that aggression, that fierce, competitive nature.
Oh, absolutely.
When it's appropriate and when it's needed.
Absolutely. That's exactly how I feel, man.
Dealing with life's problems, whatnot, whatever. So, that's the reason I asked that, which speaks to you more?
Honestly, both. I can't decide.
All right, so do you have anything major coming up, groundbreaking?
Well, yeah, man, actually quite a lot. Embracing Andromeda is, like I said earlier, we're currently in a coming out of our shell stage. We're acquiring some new members that I don't really want to talk about yet, but we will be announcing soon. We just had this demo hit Spotify recently, but we're actually in the creative process and writing our self-titled debut, full-length, independently recorded album. And whether that be here or whether that be somewhere else, we actually do that here at Embracing Andromeda Studios or somewhere else. But most of the writing and stuff is going to take place here. Where it goes after that, who knows? But keep an eye out for that. We're shooting for hopefully a January release window right now. To be determined, of course, no promises there, but that's what I'm hoping for. And then, of course, like we talked about earlier, keep an eye out for any kind of posts and send us messages if you're a budding musician yourself and would like to get a part of a project, because we're always, looking for talent. Positions are limited, of course, but that's kind of what Embracing Andromeda is getting into. And, of course, we stay very active on Facebook. We do live streams as often as we can, and we try to send out notices to people to let them know about those. But keep an eye out. We will. I'm thinking about getting an actual regular setup schedule for that soon. That way people can know when to expect to see some Embracing Andromeda live stuff. Hopefully get into some live gigs soon. I've made some connections, and we'll see what happens.
Very nice. That's awesome. All right. Well, I think that's going to wrap us up here for now. We're actually going to set up for a live show. Not Facebook Live, but a live performance from Chris himself.
Absolutely.
And stay tuned to DAMD Media. We've got a lot of stuff coming up, a lot of big announcements, stuff I think you're really going to like. So for now, this is Ron Garris, DAMD Media, Chris Hertig, Embracing Andromeda.
Yes.
Until next time, keep it together.
Hell yeah. Hey there, this is Chris from Embracing Andromeda. I'm about to sing Splinters for you guys. It's a new song. It's not on any kind of pre-recorded digital release we have yet, so you're in for a little bit of a treat. Thanks for checking it out.
Are getting too deep. In too deep. Not again. Up off the floor, 'cause you don't need this anymore.